Quick message on intimacy. One of the fundamental things for intimacy is seeking first his kingdom. He says, seek first his kingdom and its righteousness. Everything we need will be added unto us. It's one thing to read that. It's another thing to believe it and live it out. If most of us are honest, deep down, we have this lingering question. Is God really good? Does he really do what he says what he said he'll do? We have maybe some evidence in our lives that maybe that's not true. And I have a story. God had told me to stop looking for a wife for 2 years. I was not listening. He told me, hey, stop looking for a wife, which in my heart was like, okay, no more dates, no more gray areas, just very clear relationships with women about where I stood and seeking him first for a year. Stop looking, seek me first for a year. I'll bring her to you. You won't have to look. Now, for me, seeking him first meant he's my first thought in the morning. And that may be up to an hour of time that I'm not thinking about other things. I might be walking, I might be reading, I might be writing, journaling, highlighting, being still, but it's seeking him first in the morning, giving him my morning, which at the time was around about 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, or whenever I got up. So that's a question. Are you seeking him first in his kingdom? How do we know what that even means? What does that even look like? A couple of thoughts. What do you think about? And who do you think about? I think our thoughts reveal to us what's a priority to us. But there's other things that reveal what's important to us. You can look at your calendar and what's scheduled in your time. You can also look at like how you actually spend and invest and direct your time. Money. Where is the money going? Follow the money. Ecclesiastes, is it Ecclesiastes 4? Has a verse that says money answers everything. Interesting. Money answers everything. I think if you look at my bank statement or my debit credit card statement, you would see what I prioritize. And the same can be said for most people. What's important? What choices have we made? Do we value education? Do we value giving? Do we value where we live or the vehicle that we have or vacations or whatever it might be? I know people who've told me how much they value eating out. And the people I'm thinking of, there's several of them, are single, and it's a lot more than what I spend eating out as a family of 5. But I suppose that's not uncommon. But it's interesting to look at what do we value. Actions. What am I thinking about? Do I need to adjust what I'm thinking about? John Eldredge recommends a pause, even if it's just for 1 minute, once a day, but ideally multiple times a day. A 1 minute pause and just giving everything back to him because he can handle it. Am I reading his word and am I applying it? It's one thing to read it. It's one thing to know it. It's one thing to talk about it. But the Pharisees did that. I often ask myself, am I just another Pharisee or Sadducee? If I just talk about it and know it, but don't do it and apply it, then I don't see what the difference is. Am I living it? In order to live it, for me, I need to know it. I need to speak it. I need to sing it. And listening, writing it. But I guess the question is he the first thought? Is he the last thought? Is he a regular thought? And is there some intentional time to pause and be still? It's when I am still and quiet that I hear the voice of God, and then that can lead me into what I do. But it first starts with me like knowing Him, hearing Him, being still, and letting the Holy Spirit and His Word guide me into what's next. So when's the last time you were still? When's the last time you put down the phone and got away from the people close to you to be still? And what's He calling you to do?